Hi students, today we are going to start electrostatics. So electrostatic means in this chapter we are going to discuss about charges at rest. It is nothing but it is a branch of physics which deals about charges at rest. First of all, we have to know what is meant by charge. We know that charge is a fundamental property of matter which experience and produce electric and magnetic fields. So that means whenever charge is at rest, it produces electric field. When the charge is moving, it produces magnetic field. So we know that matter is made up of atoms. These atoms are building blocks of matter. In every atom there is positive charge and negative charge. Positive charge is concentrated at the nucleus, and negative charge, that means electrons are revolving around the nucleus. So for isolated atom there is no net charge. That means atom is electrically neutral. So we can say atom is electrically neutral. Now we are going to discuss about properties of charges. How we can produce a body into charged body. How we can convert an uncharged body into charged body. Before that, we are going to discuss about properties of charges. So here, properties of charges, that means charge neither created nor destroyed, but it can transfer from one body to another body. Total charge in the universe remains constant. Charge is quantized. What is meant by quantized? That means charge is always available, integral multiple of electron charge. That means Q is equal to Ne. The smallest charge that can transfer from one body to another body is electron charge. Any charge is available in terms of integral multiple of electron charge. Q is equal to Ne, where N is integer. That means N is equal 1, 2, 3, etc. So the smallest charge that can transfer from one body to another body is electron charge. So that is nothing but charge is quantized. And also, whenever we given a charge to the conductor, total charge is concentrated on its surface only, surface of the conductor only. This is another property of charge. And charge density sigma is inversely proportional to area of cross section of conductor. The region at which area of cross section is less, charge density is more. The region at which area of cross section is more, charge density is less. Sigma is inversely proportional to 1 by A. How we can convert uncharged body into charged body? How many methods are there? The process of transfer of electrons from one body to another body is nothing but electrification. There are three methods to charge a body. What are those three methods? Number one, friction. Number two, conduction. Number three, induction. These are the three methods. By using these three methods, we can make a uncharged body to the charged body. And here one point remember, whenever charge is transferred from one body to another body, definitely there is a transfer of mass from one body to another body. For example, what is meant by positive charged body? What is meant by negative charged body? A body which has excess of electrons, that is nothing but negatively charged body. A body which has a deficiency of electrons, that is nothing but positively charged body. Suppose we take two bodies. This is the first body and this is the second body. If the electrons are transferred from this body to this body, then the body which gains electrons, that gets negatively charged. The body which loses electrons, that becomes positively charged body. That means the mass of this body decreases, positively charged body. The mass of this negatively charged body increases. Why? Because there is a transfer of electrons from this body to that body. Electron has certain mass. That means such a mass is added to this body and a certain mass is decreased from this body. So whenever there is a charge transfer takes place, then one body loses electrons, one body gains electrons. The body which loses electrons has a less mass. The body which gains electrons has a more mass. That means mass is transferred from one body to another body. In the next, and now we are going to discuss about how many methods of charging. There are three methods of charging: friction, conduction, induction. We will discuss about friction. Whenever two bodies are rubbed together, due to the friction, there is a transfer of electrons from one body to another body. For example, this is a glass rod. This is silk cloth. When a glass rod is rubbed with silk cloth, due to the friction, there is a transfer of electrons from glass rod to silk cloth. So what we discussed earlier class? In earlier class we discussed about the substance which loses electrons, that gets positively charged. The substance which gains electrons, that gets negatively charged. So here the glass rod acquires positively charged and the silk cloth acquires negatively charged. This method is called friction. Student, you must remember one order, that is frictional order. Friction order. See this order: wool, flannel, sealing wax, glass, paper, silk, rubber. In this order, if we rub any two materials with each other, the material which is higher in the order gets positively charged. The material which is lower in the order gets negatively charged. For example, here we take silk and glass. We rub it together. Here in this order, which one is higher? Glass. Which one is lower? Silk. That means silk glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth acquires negative charge. So by this order, we can easily identify which one gets positively charged and which one gets negatively charged. This is about friction. So friction means whenever two bodies are rubbing together, then definitely due to the friction there is a transfer of electrons from one body to another body. So this is friction. Now we are going to discuss about second method, that is conduction. Conduction. By keeping the two bodies in contact for certain time and separated, then second body gets charged. For example, this is a charge, positively charged body A, and this is uncharged body B. These two bodies kept in contact for certain time and separated. Then what happens here? Again, this P gets positively charged. That means conduction charges the bodies with similar charge. In the process of conduction, body gets similar charge. How the body gets same charge? Here we know that this is a positive charged body and this is uncharged body. Positive charged body means what? That is deficiency of electrons. That means there is a transfer of electrons from B to A. There is a variation of electron density. So electrons are transferred from B to A whenever these two bodies are kept in contact. So that what happens? After separated, this body gets positively charged body. So conduction charges the body with a similar charge. This method is also called method of contact. Method of contact. By this method, we can charges the bodies with a similar charge. Next method, we are going to discuss about induction. We are going to discuss about induction. In previous class, we discussed about friction and conduction. Friction means what? Whenever two bodies are rubbed together, then there is a transfer of electrons from one body to another body. Due to that, two bodies gets charged. Conduction means by keeping the two bodies in contact with each other, then we can produce a similar charges on the second body. Conduction charges the body with similar charge. Now we are going to discuss about induction. Charging by induction. First of all, we take two bodies here. This is A and this is B. A is positively charged and B is uncharged body. When positively charged body is brought near to uncharged body, what happens? What is taking place here? Separation of charges takes place. That means negative charge are rearranged at this end, positive charge is arranged at this end. Separation of charges takes place. This negative charge is attracted towards positive charge, and this positive charge is repelled by this positive charge. That means there is a charges separation takes place. So after that, this is a positive charged body and this is a negative charged body. These are the induced charges, and a positive charge is developed at this end. When we connect this end to the earth, then there is a electrons coming from earth to this end and neutralize this positive charge body, positive charge. As a result, what happens here? Only negative charge is remaining. That means here B body gets negative charged body. That means induction charges the uncharged body with a dissimilar charge. With a dissimilar charge. This method is called induction. Induction precedes attraction. Induction precedes attraction. That means what? Whenever the charged body is brought near to the uncharged body, first of all, what happens? There is a separation of charges takes place, and there is a charges are developed. at the two ends. This is a positive. If this body becomes positive charged body, then here negative charges develop. For example, if this is negative charged body, here positive charges develop. Opposite charges develop. This is induction. After that, what happens? There is attraction. So we can conclude that induction precedes attraction. So in the case of induction, we have to remember few important points. Number one, induction precedes attraction. Number two, there is no net charge developed in the induction. Number three, induction takes place in conductors. Why? Because in conductors there is a free movement of electrons. Electrons drift easily. So that this process takes place in conductor. But there is no net charge developed. How much charge is present in earlier, same charge is present after induction. There is no net charge developed in the induction. This method what we call charging by induction. For example, if we brought negatively charged body, then what happens here? In the charged body, in the uncharged body B, there is a charge separation takes place. Here positive charge is developed. Here negative charge is developed. Negative charge is developed. Then there is attraction between this negative charged body and this end, positive charge. After that, what happens here? Here, this is nothing but what? Negative charged body. And this end becomes positively charged. And this end becomes what happens? Negative charge. When this end connects to the earth, then what happens? This negative charge is cancelled, disappear. Then what charge is developed here? Positive charge. Here this is the negative charge. That means here induction charges the other body with a dissimilar charge. This is means by charging by induction. That means if a positively charged body is bring near to the uncharged body, that uncharged body becomes a negatively charged body. Next, if the negatively charged body is bring near to the uncharged body, then that charge uncharged body becomes positively charged body. That is, dissimilar charge is present. And here one important point is, any charged body is connected to the earth, then what happens? It loses its charge. Charge is vanished. No doubt at all. That means electrons are transferred from body to earth. So that what happens here? Charge is vanished. How much charges remain? Only positive charges remain. That means this body gets dissimilar charge. This is nothing but what? Induction. What are the important points we have to remember in the induction? In induction process, induction precedes attraction. Number two, induction charges the body with a dissimilar charge. Number three, in induction process, there is no net charge developed. And also number four, induction process takes place in conductors. Why? Because in conductors, we know that there are excess of sufficient free electrons. Movement of free electrons are there in conductors. And electrons are drift easily. So this is the charging by induction.